Hi everyone, welcome. This is our daily spread, Tarot by Keyth. Um, Man, I'm still reeling from this week. It's been a huge burst of energy for me. Um, really staying up late into the night working. So much energy to do this stuff, which I didn't even know I was going to do. The message for me continues to be to do the pieces. They're telling me the pieces of work that I need to do. And there's a lot, and they all fit together somehow to form a big picture that is revealing itself. But right now, it's just zoom in on the piece that they're telling you. I'm getting full body chills as I'm talking about this. There's a big, I know it's personal, but it's also not. So there's a big influx of energy attached to holy work and the inspiration, the life force energy, and using our waking, breathing, hours in our human bodies in this physical planet of Earth to use our energy for holy work. There's a big push toward that and a lot of support coming in for that. So pay attention if that's happening for you as well. Keep very detailed notes of where you're leaving a project off and what you need to do next. Because if you're anything like me, you'll go through different cycles of working on these projects. And they'll grow, and then something will really call your attention. You need to go, really work hard on that. But leave yourself breadcrumbs back to where you left off, so you can pick it back up. Now things for me are settling back into the routine, the balance, the structure. That was a big old, like Jackson Pollock burst or something. And it's great, and I'm very glad for taking things as far as I am to perfection. Not just completion, to perfection, to where I work on something until I can absorb it and nothing distracts me from its message or takes me out of the immersion that I want the creations to induce. So I can't wait to watch and hear these things when I'm not so close to them in their birth process. I'm in labor right now. I'm in intense labor right now. So anyway, the book's over there. I'm starting to incorporate the patterns that I was doing, the balance I was achieving. Even I was carried off course in this. I'm realizing how this happens to me and how to ride these bursts of energy. A project will demand my attention. It could have been lurking in the background, just sketching ideas, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh God, that's the next piece, and then it leads to this other thing, and then it just. So now I'm getting back to this period of, oh yeah, I can chip away at the book every day. Everything gets daunting again. Everything gets scary again just because you leave it. 4 days off of exercise. My feet have swollen up, I don't know why, to 3 times their normal size. My feet and ankles. I look like a Flintstone. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to take it really easy and not go for my walks, and I haven't been working out. So I feel scared to exercise again. It's so silly. I feel scared to sit and work on my book again. It's so silly. Just so come back to these patterns. Remember to enjoy your work. It's been a big life lesson for me, is learning how to enjoy your labor, whatever that is, whatever your highest labor is. So, all right, let's see what the cards have to say. For anyone new, this is a 3-card daily spread for the entire human collective. It might resonate with you personally, what's going on in your individual life. It might resonate with your soul group, your monad, your tribe, and it's pulled for the human collective. So it's meant to guide us as we navigate these most auspicious times. Mirrors and reflection are heavy on my mind right now. I'm looking at my face in a whole new way. I had a stroke when I was 17, and I can see. I just shot some video that wasn't mirrored reversed, and I was editing it, looking at how people perceive me, because everywhere we go, our reflection is what we see in the car windows and the shops, and what I'm seeing right now is a mirror. All the text is background. It's like another my reflected dimensional personal reality is being broadcast right now. And when I look at these videos, it's okay for me to look at myself because this is what I see in the mirror every day. But when I saw the image of how others see me with the image not being reversed, it freaked me out because I could see the face droop on the right side and the asymmetrical features of my face, and it drove me crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's what I look like? I'm used to this. My brain has corrected the images and made my mirror reflection that I see something way different than how I was perceived through the other non-mirrored reflection. It was really, it really flipped me out, and I don't know what all that means, but man, the mirror and the tarot is the great mirror. That's why it's all drawn to be your mirror reflection. So there's just so much there. There's so much there. I'm going through a huge cycle. That's what we're moving away from. I'm going through a huge cycle of learning about myself. It's this Venus retrograde stuff. Deepest, darkest stuff I didn't know. I'm asking for a card to represent the present energies. I hope this isn't boring. I'm not going into the cards quite yet, but I have a lot to express, I guess. I haven't been on here in a while. One more card for the energies we're moving towards. I worked, my background is pretty extensive in audio production and record production. I worked in New York for a hotshot record mixer and lived in Times Square and worked with all the best artists and got my name on chart-topping, platinum-selling blah, blah, blahs. And I really learned a lot. It was a really wonderful apprenticeship, but producing this project for myself that I keep ranting about, that I'm not ready to tell you what it is, has taught me so much about myself and the role that I played in helping others create their projects. Not everyone is an audio producer and a musician and a video producer and can do all of this work themselves. They have to rely on other people, and those other people are attached to egos. And my ego, before my big spiritual awakening 4 years ago, was very much attached to my job, my hanging out with celebrities, my little names on the things. It was the taking on a project as the role of creator and producer was more important to me than the project itself, which was the whole reason the artist was collaborating with me in the first place. I would unconsciously, and through having picked up bad patterns from my primordial soup in many different ways, I would insert and take over the project in order to consume it for egoic purposes without even really realizing what I was doing, and really realizing the pain and the hurt and afflicting my own psychological traumas onto artists and really causing pain by doing so. And so all of that, all of these instances where I was doing that have been coming up through my process of chasing something down, of wanting to fix one tiny mistake, even though it costs 3 hours of time of re-exporting. It's worth it because you want your project to be complete and you want to fix every little thing. And that used to drive me nuts and send me into a funk and not feed energy to creative love. And so I hope I'm healing a lot of the trauma that I propagated by healing this part within myself. I sure didn't realize I was carrying this around all this time. It feels, it's anytime you experience a death of an aspect of yourself, which is what's going on, it's mournful, and there's grief, there's grievance, because not only do you have to forgive other people for whatever emotional harm that they've caused you, but you also have to forgive yourself, because it always takes two to tango. Elizabeth Snow 83, hi, I see your message. I would love to do a reading for you, but this is our daily spread, not Tip Jar Tarot. So find me when I'm doing hashtag Tip Jar Tarot, and I'd be happy to give you a donation-based reading. This reading is for you. It's for the entire collective, and it's time to get to the cards. I've rambled long enough. Ace of Wands, this is a future aspect of yourself actively reaching through a spiritually intuitive pearl, a burst of intellectual inspiration to grab a hold of your fire energy. Boy, did that happen to me. You're welcome. grabbing a hold of this green wand. Green is the color of rebirth and emergence. The tree that thinks it's dying, and then the spring comes along and all these green leaves show up. So this is that pieces of ourselves dying off and allowing other pieces to come through. Green rebirth, you can see the energy of this reclamation. Number ones are new beginnings, fresh starts, new cycles. This is our fire sign. The wands are fire energy, desire, passion, will, creativity, and sexuality. So this is grabbing a hold of your fire energy with gusto and really going for it. I love this card. Very, very, very good news and feels appropriate. King of Cups is coming up a lot too. His body is integrating all of this green, this rebirth of fire. There's an emotional lesson attached to it. What was I just talking about? My personal story is now being displayed in the cards. There's an emotional trophy being attached to reclaiming this fire. Some integration of the self, purple, encased within flesh. Intelligent crown chakra. He's learning a lot. There's a lot of refreshment and rebirth as he learns to blend his divine masculine active frequency, symbolized by red active and dark blue intuitive energies, and then he's purpling them inside the frame of flesh, self-integration within the body, and blending masculine feminine here at the rebirth of his solar plexus, his mission, his holy work, which is attached to this orange rope of fulfillment. And also at the cuffs of his arms. Our arms, his are red and blue, which are also, masculine, feminine. It's all about purpling and blending. Our arms are how we perform our holy work. Our arms and hands are how we build and construct things literally and figuratively in the third dimensional world. So his holy work is coalescing before his intuition and action reaches the flesh color of the hands with which he builds. He's got purple cuffs. So he's looking toward the future. He speaks spiritual truth with his light blue beard. So much spiritual energy, light blue, especially around the heart, the three trinity intuitive dots. He looks toward the future, ready to visualize and design what comes next as he integrates this big burst in the recent past with an emotional trophy of an emotional intelligence in his receptive hand. The lid's still open, which is good. He's still open, but his heart is protected. He has healthy guards around his heart, but love can still get in. And we're heading toward the Magician. I was just writing about this card in the book. Number one's another 11. 11, Master Builder Portal. I'm getting so much Metatron energy. I'm seeing 111 everywhere. The Magician, he starts to believe that the spiritual world is real, even though you can't really touch it, smell it, taste it, or feel it. You reach out with your other three bodies, not your physical. And he's like, okay, this stuff is real. All of his magic tools are out on the third dimensional flesh-colored table. All of his tools are out, ready at his disposal, coming from his bag of light blue and yellow spiritual knowledge. He's receiving a new idea, fondling this yellow marble against the backdrop of his intuition. And with his active side, he twirls with 6 fingers a magic wand of his spiritual intuition. So he's receiving the idea with his left hand and then putting it into action with his right hand. His cuffs are red. So this rebirth of spiritual knowledge, again, in his arms attached to holy work, is being activated before it reaches the flesh. He looks back at the past with playful curiosity and wonder. The past, this is a line from the book, the past has become a playground as opposed to a minefield. He realizes that all of the experiences he went through up to the current point were simply tests and lessons and catalysts for growth. And so he looks back with emotional detachment. Well, how can I transmute these energies? Why do they choose to put them on my path? What can I use my magical skills to create with that, the residue of all that emotional trauma? And maybe that's called clearing. Maybe that's how we clear this out of our field, is picking these marbles one by one, and then using our magical powers to transmute it. And when we do so, we do it for ourselves, our bloodlines, the collective, all the way back. Intelligent feet, the yellow cosmic portal that we all enter and get amnesia when we enter the physical body and the birth canal. He's learning how to be grounded. His legs are also a rebirth of intelligence. He's activating the land where he travels. The world is supported by 3, the Holy Trinity, light blue spiritual legs. So more traveling coming soon. Yay, I love traveling. So finish up your work. Take the Ace of Wands to completion. That cycle wants to go quickly. When you get a big burst of inspiration, ride the wave of fire all the way to the shore. Finish the project, learn from it, emotionally be with it, be tender as aspects of ourselves are coalesced and integrated and others are allowed to die and wither. And there's a whole burst of magical wonder and curiosity and movement coming soon, probably in February. All right, I love you all. That's been our daily spread. It's been a long one. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. Thank you for donating. I do need money right now. So if you like these readings and want to support my work, the Venmo link is in the title. And please be on the lookout for #TipJarTarot. I will come on and we will do live donation-based readings, split the screen, and it's a lot of fun. I'll be back for that soon. I love you all. Bye-bye.